Good morning, class 9 students. This is the final session on the topic tense. And so, before we proceed with the remaining tenses, uh, let's have a quick glance over the tenses we covered in the last two videos. So, in the last session, we discussed the present perfect continuous tense, the simple past tense, the past continuous tense, the past perfect tense, the past perfect continuous tense. These are a few major tenses we discussed in the last video. So it's time for us to go through their construction once again so that everyone will have a better understanding or better idea of how they can transform them into this constructions. So we'll start with present perfect continuous tense. The construction: subject plus if the subject is singular, we'll use has. If subject is plural, we will use have, plus been plus ing form of the verb plus object and adverb. So when do we use present perfect tense? Present perfect tense is used we use to refer to an action that started in the past and it is still continue in the present. For example, it has been raining since this morning. It means it started raining in the morning and it is still raining. Now simple past, the second part is simple past. Simple past is very simple tense because the construction is very simple. Subject plus second form of the verb and object, and we use this tense to refer to an action that completed in the past or a past action. For example, I ate banana, I ate cake. Now let's talk about the past continuous tense. The construction is subject plus auxiliary verb plus was, were. If the subject is singular, we'll use was. If subject is plural, we will use were. The main verb, ing form, and the object. So we use this tense to refer to an action that was that was happening in the past for some time. For example, my mother was cooking when I arrived. Okay, now the past perfect tense. Past perfect tense, subject plus had plus always third form of the verb plus object. So when do we use past perfect tense? The simple definition is when we talk about two past actions, the first action, the action that completed first, will always be put in this construction: subject plus had plus third form of the verb plus object. For example, uh, when I reached his home, he had left. So there are two actions. There is one principal clause and subordinate clause, but when you these two actions belongs to past, but which action took place first? He had left, because when you reach his home, he was not there. That is why he had left when I reached his home. So I hope it's clear. And you can also go back to the previous video in order to understand the tense one more time. Now we'll talk about the past perfect continuous tense. When do we use past perfect continuous tense? When you refer to an action continuing over a period of time up to a specific time in the past. So you understand, we talk about an action which was continued or which was happening, and it was happening for a certain period of time in the past. For example, the children had been playing in the sand pit for an hour when their mother came to take them in for the bath. Now it's time for to begin today's session. So today's session is will cover all the future tenses. So first we have the simple future tense. Simple future tense constructions. Let's look at the construction. You always know that future tense cannot be made without using the word will. Model without using will. So let's look at the construction. Subject plus will plus first form of the verb plus object. We always used first form, the base form of the verb after will. The model will is used is used with the base form of the verb to form these tenses. For example, and when do we use future tense? When we refer to things that will happen in future. For example, we have some example here. My brother will go to Mumbai tomorrow. My brother is subject, will is modal helping verb, go is main verb, Mumbai is object, and tomorrow is adverb. Right, they will be here in an hour. And some more situation where we will use future tense when we take instant decision. For example, shall we go for a walk? Shall I call, there is an I here, shall I call him, right? Shall I cook breakfast? And when we promise, warn, or to predicate that something is going to happen, we will finish arranging the room by this afternoon. For example, this is a promise, right? A certain we will finish arranging the room by this afternoon, and it will rain. It will rain. You will fail if you don't study. So these are this is what we have for simple future tense. Now look at the future continuous tense. Future continuous tense. Let's look at the construction. Subject plus, we use will be in future continuous tense. For example, in simple past and in simple present tense, what do we use? We use is mr plus ing form of the verb in simple present, and in simple past we use was verb plus ing form of the verb. And in future tense, what do we use? Future continuous tense, we use will be plus verb plus ing form plus object. And when do we use future continuous tense? When we refer to an action that is likely to be in progress at some stated time in future. So you understand, when we talk about an action that will be happening in future at some time. For example, I shall be going to cinema this afternoon, right? This afternoon, I mean future. Ravi will be reaching his office in an hour. It means Ravi hasn't reached the office. Ravi will reach office in future, will be reaching, and in an hour. Understand? Ravi will be reaching his office in an hour. And when there are more situation when we use future continuous tense, when you ask politely about the arrangement someone has made for the future. So the example we have, they are interrogative sentences. Will you be putting up the new wall magazines? Will you be attending Rakesh's birthday party? So that's all we have for future continuous tense. Simple definition is when you refers to an action that is likely to be in progress at some stated time in future. For example, I will be teaching you the chapter 2 in the next video. So I hope it's clear. So now let's look at the different tense now. The future perfect tense. Future perfect tense means when we talk about future, and we also mention that this work, it is completed, right? We talk about an action that will happen in future, and at the same time it will also complete there. It will also be completed there. Understand? So let's look at the construction, and this is the only sentence where the third form is used. Subject will have, no matter if the subject is singular or plural, we will always use will have. Third form of the verb plus object. And when do we use this tense? When you refer to an action which will be finished before a stated time in future. Understood? When we talk about an action that will be finished in at some time in future. For example, the train will have left by the time you get to the station, right? The train will have left. The train will have left. It's a future tense. Train will have left, and it also tells us that this action is completed because train have left. And at what time? When you get to the station. It means you haven't reached the station yet. When you will reach the station, this will happen. Understand? So for example, the class will have started by the time you reach there. Understood? The bus will have left by the time you get there. Understand? So that's all we have for future perfect tense. Now let's look at the future perfect continuous tense. Future perfect continuous tense, subject plus will have plus ing form plus object. So when do we use it? When you refer to the time taken by an action up to a particular time in future. When we talk about an action, it refer to the time taken by an action up to a particular time in the future. You will understand this tense with an example, and the example we have here is, for example, by next year. So it means we are actually talking about the time, the next year, which hasn't come yet, so it is future, right? By next year, I will have been studying in this school for a decade. Understand? So let's understand. Let's take one more example. I still have so much work. I think in an hour. In an hour means the hour that is to come, which hasn't come yet. Let me just. Okay. The hour. The future hour. I think in an hour I will have been working for 2 hours. When we talk about an action that will begin in future and it will be continue for some time, for a stated time in future, that's where we use future continuous tense. I hope this much is clear. Now we will have to go through their constructions and their formation and one example of today's topic one more time so that you can understand. Let's look at again. We'll revise this. The future tense. When do we use future tense, children? It's very simple. When we talk about an action that will happen in future, that will begin in future. For example, and we use will. The construction is here. I have already explained to you. You can look at the constructions, and in order to understand them better, I want you to take a book, read any chapter, and see if this particular sentence whether it is a past tense or a future or future perfect or future perfect continuous. That's how you can understand and learn. So that is what you are all supposed to do. Take a storybook, read it, and read each and every line and try to identify the tense, and this will help you understand. When you analyze things, when you dig up, you understand more. So that's how you can learn it more practically, because it even if you have memorized the rules, and even if you don't speak, you won't be able to speak, right? That is why it is very necessary that you understand and you also speak. So let's look at them again. Constructions, we have subject, will, first form of the verb, base form of the verb, and object. When we refer to thing that will happen in future, for example, this pandemic will get over soon. Understand? I think this is a very positive sentence. You all should use it. This COVID pandemic will end very soon. And let's take more example. Nobody will die due to this COVID. So these are an example of future tense, simple future. And now we have future continuous tense. When we talk about an action that will be in a happening state, to be in a progress at a time in the future. For example, I shall be going to the cinema this afternoon. It means the afternoon you will be going to the cinema. For example, my mother will be cooking at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Understand? And the request that will you be attending Rakesh's birthday party, will you be cleaning this table, and will you be getting the main verb Okay, will you be you know, will you be calling him for me? So these are all examples of future continuous tense. Now let's look at the future perfect tense. The construction is here. Please understand the constructions carefully. Subject plus will have plus third form of the verb plus object. Where, you know, future perfect tense, when we talk about an action that will begin in future and it will also complete in future. For example, when you refer to an action which will be which will finish before a stated time in future. For example, the train will have left by the time you get to the station. And one more example, the rain will have stopped by the time you get the umbrella. And one more example, the children will have broken the TV by the time you arrive at home. Understand? So these are the examples. You can look for more examples in your book. Now we have future perfect continuous tense. Future perfect continuous tense, when you talk about an action that will begin in future and it will be in a continuing state for some time in future. For example, I will have been writing this novel at the in the end of this month. I will have been writing this novel for 3 years. So that's all we have in today's session. And in order to master tenses, what you need to do is you need to practice them. You need to write down the constructions. You need to pick your book. You need to go through each and every text. And the best thing is when you translate, when you translate, when you transform simple tense, simple present tense into simple past tense. That's how you can learn and you can understand the difference between them. It is very important to understand the concept of tense rather than just mugging up or memorizing things like parrot. I want you to understand these tenses thoroughly and carefully. That's how you will be able to understand. So practice is what makes a child perfect. So please go through their constructions, and then you can the best thing is that when we have 24 hours, and in 24 hours you talk to your friend, you talk to your parents, you talk to your teachers. So we actually you sometimes you speak in Hindi. Yes, most of the time you speak in Hindi at your home. But when you speak in Hindi at your home, please actually listen to your sentence, because if you're speaking Hindi, you're listening to this sentence and you try to understand that if I'm speaking this sentence at this time, is this sentence belongs to future tense or the past tense, and then try to translate and transform them into English or into the perfect tense. That's how you can also practice and understand. Okay, so it's time for us to wind up today's session. And before I wind up today's session, I want you people to understand that it is very important for each and every one of you that you must complete your homework and submit it. That's the only way you can get attendance. And it is not just about attendance. It is very important that you do it, because the question that we share, they're very important. It's very crucial because it's kind of give you a revision. If you don't do them, if you would skip them, this will hamper your learning and your growth. So it's very important for each and every one of you that you do your homework positively, right? Please do not skip it. You are supposed to do your homework every day. And in case you have any questions, you can approach, you can contact me. Any doubt you have, you can contact me. And please do watch the complete video, because it's very important, because in the grammar section everything is connected. So you actually need to watch the whole video. That's the only way you can understand it. And you know, if you won't go through the video, you won't be able to understand it, or make anything out of it. You won't be able to make anything out of it unless and until you watch it from the very beginning to the end of the video. So that's all for everyone. Thank you.